Ooh, Fredo.
Hey, yeah, I'm back into the barricade. What I'm doing, counting up money from this year I made. Last year was a different story, but this year I'm paid. Just do 6:30 in the club, I let it ricochet. Extreme rules ain't enough, I put him in a cage. Now it ain't nowhere to hide, you about to catch this fade. Hey, if rap was wrestling, I'm in the Hall of Fame. Playing games better acknowledge me like I'm Roman Reigns. Hey, but you can't see me though. Took a break, now the final boss back with the demon flow. The innovator, I just do the stuff that they ain't seen before. I'm like the Undertaker, a tombstone to put you where you need to go. A match against me and Dog out for showstopper. I'm in the booth with sweet chair music, I'm the showstopper. Like the Midnight Express, I'm on the road rock. They screaming no mas, I'm old mas, dog, I'm a whole problem. You got the money in the bank, I need the whole profit. Running through mobs like Goldberg, like who gon' stop him? Looking at the clock, it's 3:16, I'ma go spot. And I'ma open up a can of whoop ass like Stone Cold drop. You beating us, the squad like 3D when we teaming up. I got the longest title reign, a real rapper, they know.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Taco Tuesday with the gang, with the NXT gang. You know,
What up? What up?
what's the deal, boss man?
Man, I can't call it. You know what I'm saying? Just another day in life, man. You know, I'm just getting it in like usual.
Yeah, I feel that same thing. But yeah, today NXT was. I would say it was a cool show. It was a cool show.
Is that a way of saying more?
Yeah, that's my way of saying more. It was a cool show, and I'm gonna give it a 3, just a 3. I feel like it could have been better. I feel like there wasn't a lot that really went into this episode. It was basically, I feel like this episode was filler, and you know, sometimes you're going to have those episodes, so that's cool, whatever. But yeah, today wasn't really a noteworthy episode, so it was just, if you didn't catch it, you didn't miss nothing. Basically, is what I'm saying. But what do you think, boss man?
2.5.
Alright.
That shit was born hard to get through. They know what they was doing. Like,
yeah,
it's definitely a filler show. And I'm sorry, it's hard to have filler shows when we're in mania mode. And think about it when I say this is for NXT. This is why I gotta go hard on NXT. Can you tell me that's a match that's already? Can you tell me a match that's announced for Stand Deliver?
None, not yet. No.
My point exactly. And
yeah,
we now,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're less, you know what I'm saying? We're damn near less than a month away. So that's why I'm going with it. Like,
yeah, I feel like
you know.
WrestleMania got their matches or they already got some of their matches announced. So.
You see what I'm saying? We got matches, storylines already being built on. We got all that shit going on right now. Right now in NXT, like you can't name me one single match for Stand and Deliver right now.
Nah, and they can't afford to be doing that right now because they're the most popping show.
Yep.
Yeah, like they're the most popular show, most complete show on TV right now. So I understand where you're coming from. They definitely needed to like advance stories. We needed some big story development. We ain't get nothing, nothing today at all. Yeah, but yeah, it was a 3.5 show for me and a 3 star show for me and a 2.5 star show for you. That's fine, but. I guess we're just going to start off with the show period. So the first match of the night was Sol Ruca versus Chelsea Green for the Women's United States Championship. And okay, this match was cool. Like Sol Ruca got to showcase herself. One, I like seeing Sol Ruca in singles competition. Her being in the singles division, the women's division as a singles competitor is great. I love seeing it. We don't really get to see it right now because she's with Zarya in that tag team, which is kind of thrown together out of nothing, but I don't know what they're doing with that, whatever. But yes, seeing Sol tonight was great, seeing her in a singles match, and even in the championship match against Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green's great, Sol's great. This was a cool match, and we all knew Chelsea wasn't losing the belt. I'm pretty sure there was probably some people out there who was thinking, oh, Sol might win tonight, but nah, Chelsea won. And it was by
Sol. They thought that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know, man. There's some people out there to be like, I love Sol Ruka. I'm hoping that she wins. I'm pretty sure she just thinking that she's going to win. But yeah, there was an interference because Chelsea brought out her secret Hervis, and they were out there at ringside. They got involved, and Zarya tried to help out, but nothing came of it. And then Sol lost to the Unpretty Her, and Chelsea retained her United States or her Women's United States Championship. Like I said, cool match. Sol got to showcase herself in singles competition again, and we don't really get to see that all like that anymore. But yeah, it was cool. What did you think? Rock said, I know that ain't rolling. I couldn't catch Raw yesterday, bro. I was at work. I'm sorry. If it was on regular time yesterday, yeah, I would have been on, but shoot.
Man, I'm glad I wasn't drinking the water then, bro. Fuck, bro. But nah, bro, like I said, not a single soul thought Chelsea was gonna win this motherfucker, because ain't no way.
Yeah.
I didn't think not one bit, so I know y'all couldn't have thought.
You don't know.
I know y'all didn't think Sol Ruka was gonna win.
I didn't think she was going to win at all. I knew this was just to showcase her, and also to showcase, just for Chelsea to get a warm up or a tune up match for WrestleMania or something. I don't know. But,
that's it. That's all.
Yep. And then let's see. Next we had. I don't really count. I don't say nothing about the backstage segments because they ain't nothing. So I ain't really speaking on them all like that. I ain't seen him in a month of Mondays. It's crazy. He switched it. He said I ain't seen him in a month of Mondays. But
yeah, Red Boy Rock is toxic, bro.
Yeah, he's stupid. But next we had, Stephanie Vauquer's championship celebration. And, she came to her music hit. She came out there to talk about how she basically could have went to any other brand, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, or NXT, but she chose to come down here and be in the best women's division in the world. Because let's be real, it is. It definitely is. So she made the right decision in my eyes. But she also said,
I think she was told.
Oh, that you think she was told that it was the best women's division?
No, I think she was told just where you gonna take your ass down to. I don't think she. Hey, which one you want to go to?
I don't know. She was on that Busted Open radio podcast. She told Bully Ray that she was able to go anywhere. She had the option. Remember, they also debuted her. Remember, she showed up at a live event. And they in front of, I think it was a Mexico live event, and they brought her out there on the main roster, and she got a huge pop. So I guess they thought, okay, she can actually get over. Yeah, but I still think they thought she can probably get over on the main roster, and they probably gave her the option, if you want to come up here, you can, but it's up to you.
I ain't gonna take nothing from her. I agree.
Yeah, and I know she also chose to stay down NXT because she had to get better at her English, because she said her English isn't her first language. So I understand why she had to go down there, or she chose to go down there. She wanted to be in the best women's division in the world, and she also wanted to sharpen up on her English, language. But yeah, she also talked about saying that Julia was a great challenger, but in the end, she showed everyone why she is La Primera. I think that's what she said. I don't know what that means. I really wasn't that good in Spanish when I was in school, so beats me what she meant by that. But yeah.
I took Frank Hill. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what she said, but sound good. But then after that, Jordan Grace's music hit, and I'm like, okay, first challenger, Jordan Grace, that's what's up. But Jada Parker came out of nowhere, attacked Jordan Grace before she could even go into the ring and step up to Stephanie. She attacked her and hit her with the hypnotic into the barricade, knocked her out, and she walked right up the steps and declared herself as Stephanie's first challenger. And I was thinking I was going to be for both belts. But later on tonight, we found out why that's not the case. Instead, it's going to be double duty and Stephanie having 2 matches in that night. I don't know, man. I don't freaking know.
It's crazy. A way to run down a champion.
Yeah, that's insane. She get two matches, which means somebody is not going to have TV time because she's taking up both. I don't know. I'm not exactly thrilled on them giving her both belts. I feel like they could have gave it to somebody else, like you said last week. They could have gave it to somebody else, but they didn't. And here we are. Fallon's not getting the belt back, so I don't know what they're planning or what they plan on doing with that. But yeah, what did you think of this segment? Period.
About Valkyria just talking about her 2 matches.
Yeah.
Bruh. A way to run down a champion. Hit me out.
Yeah.
Literally, think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about how, you know what I'm saying? Think about it now. Now, unless they gonna let her squash, I guess, and I'm assuming, hear me out. I'm guessing Fallon Henley first match since they're a rematch. Unless if she don't get her out of there within 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. And I'm like you. Here's my thing. And if you are gonna give her 2 matches, and they told her out within 15 to 20 minutes, that means she basically still squashed both of them. So you made both of them look weak, and also you took TV time away from somebody.
So there's not a win or a way they could even get themselves to actually make this somehow come out good.
She should have never been the double champion, regardless, respectfully.
Yeah, I feel that.
But
it's also kind of backwards because next week Jada Parker and her are fighting first. Fallon, the North American Championship match is later on that night. So I'm like, the big championship ain't later on. They made her the biggest championship for the women is going to be the first match, the literal opener of next week. And then later on that night, she's going to be fighting Fallon for the North American Championship. I'm like, okay, that's backwards, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll deal with it.
Yeah. Hopefully after this, we start building to stand and deliver matches and storylines because this ain't it.
I'm different with that.
Yeah. And next up, we had, I still can't say this dude's name, but I'm going to try. We had Josh Briggs and Yoshimi Nomura. Nomura?
Yep.
Am I saying his last name right? Is it Nomura?
I'm telling you something, bro. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that man's name.
No, it's Yoshimi Inamura. Okay. Yeah, I remember Vic Joseph saying it, and I tried to remember it as he was saying it. But yeah, it's Josh Briggs and Yoshimi Inamura versus Hank and Tank in this tag team match. This was just a tag team match that they can throw onto the show, basically to just showcase both tag teams. But it was a back and forth match between those two. It was a solid match, and Hank and Tank, they were going back and forth, but in the end, Hank and Tank got greedy and tried to dive off the top rope after they was literally doing tag team moves. They were showing the chemistry that they had together. They got greedy, tried to go off the top rope, and ended up getting stopped in their tracks as Briggs, hit they knocked them off the top rope, and then Briggs hit a clothesline from Hells, and after that, he basically set Inamura up for that crazy, I don't even know what it's called, his crazy frog splash that he does where he just shakes the ropes and bounces before he takes off.
It's like a cannonball splash.
Yeah, that thing is crazy. And I like it. It's cool. So yeah, he hit him with that, and that was in that match. And that was it. Honestly, it was, like I said, a solid match. They showcased, and the fans was into it. So what more could you say? And also, like I said, it's showcasing Namora again, and he's that newcomer. So we're still learning more about him every match and every time he's on TV. And he's captivating. He has me interested and intrigued to see him constantly in matches and in NXT. But what did you think, Bossman?
Man, wasn't really that excited for the match, but I knew it was gonna be a banger of a match. You know what I'm saying? Like you just some things you just know what you're gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since him and Josh Briggs done tagged up, they've been doing their thing. They've been cooking. So, we kind of knew what it was. That I'm kind of over Hanky Tank. I was never sold on them anyway. So,
yeah, I feel that definitely. But I was gonna move on from that, and next we got the D'Angelo family. But before we even get into the match, there was that backstage segment that I do have to talk about because it leads into this match. There was basically Stacks told Tony D that he should stay back, back in the back and watch the match instead of coming out there and ringside. And I was fine with that, and I was, I was also applauding Stacks because I'm like, finally, you act like an underboss and do something an underboss would do and take initiative and become a leader, make a plan, and also not try to put the Dawn in harm's way, which didn't work out in the end. But we're going to talk about that in the match. But yeah, that led to them coming out there to have this tag team match, or not even tag team, the six-man tag match that was announced last week. 6-man tag match that was the D'Angelo family, which is Stacks Lorenzo, Luca, and Rizzo versus Sean Spears and his team, which is Briggs, Izzy Dame, and Nico. I think that's what his name is. And yeah, this match was cool. Just cool. It was just cool. Like the D'Angelo family fought as hard as they could, but Spears' family won the match because the D'Angelo family was basically distracted. Like they showed Tony D backstage watching the match, and he was cheering them on. And I'm like, okay, why are they? I already knew something was going to happen, and I'm like, okay, why are they showing him? They showed him. He was back there rooting them on, and all of a sudden somebody just said out, "Hey, Tony." He turned around and the unknown team, the mystery team that we found out what their name is at the end of the show, and we still haven't found out why they're attacking people. But yeah, we found out their name, and they attacked Tony D and threw him through a table, and the D'Angelo family was watching on, which distracted them in the match, and in the end of that basically set them up to lose. They lost the match, and Sean Spears' family was standing tall. All I can say is I'd be lying if I said that I didn't think that the D'Angelo family is getting stale, like a bag of chips that's been open way too long. Like, I just feel like they're getting stale. And yeah, they've been stale. And I don't know how they're going to save this family. I feel like, honestly, it's just over.
It's been over.
Yeah.
I told you, bro. Think about it. Think about NXT 2.0 in that roster, and think about who's the last one left, and it's him.
Yeah, Tony. Yeah, you're right.
They don't have nothing else left for him.
No. It's going to probably lead to either him being let go, or probably is him being let go. Yeah, that's it. Oh well. Sheesh. But what did you think about this match? Do you have anything that you want to say about the match, and also the beatdown that happened to Tony?
I'm so goddamn tired of these people.
Wait, which one?
Revelation 2.
The Retribution. Yeah, they're not hitting. I don't know what it is. They just ain't hitting for me at all. The group just. I don't know what it is. I feel like they're just. What's the word for it? Cringy? Is that what it is? They cringe.
They might have been there, done that, seen that too many times. Get this shit over with.
Yeah, and it's just not entertaining no more. It's like y'all are never going to be the Shield. So we can't even compare y'all to the Shield. Y'all ain't on their level. They got over, and they also became one of the best factions that ever existed in WWE. I don't see them coming even close. I think this is, like I said, dead on arrival.
Some shit is just always a one and done.
Yeah.
That's it. That's simple as that.
Yeah. This is just dead on
Retribution
arrival.
was never supposed to be, because Retribution was just supposed to be a knockoff version of, you know what I'm saying?
The Shield.
Yeah, the funny version of it. And it's just like, nah, bro.
Yeah, and you got this new group who borderline kind of flips between them or the Shield and Retribution. Like, you get shades of both
It's
of them.
starting to kill your show. Because nobody give a about them.
Yeah. I feel like it didn't need to be a group. If y'all were going to debut these dudes, y'all could have debuted them separately as their own character. This didn't need to be no group.
The problem is, two of them that actually already debuted and act like we didn't see them, and then they just kind of brought them back on, put them in a, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, Cutler James, I think he already debuted, and
the Dante dude, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Dante, yeah. And he was already here. Yeah, he became. I guess,
right, like literally, like they took him off TV for like maybe 2 to 3 weeks. He was literally just wrestling Ashante Adonis, and then like 2-3 weeks later came back in that shit. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. I mean, he did show, like, they did. I don't know if it was commercial break. They did show him, like, snapping and saying that he's done with this place and everything like that, and F this place and stuff like that. So I guess that was his character arc and what he was going to do. He was going to make this group and lead them, but yeah, it ain't hitting.
Should have been with that.
Yeah, it ain't hitting. It's just not good. But yeah. Next, we had a segment backstage with Fallon Henley and Ava and also Stephanie Vauquer, because Fallon said she never got her rematch for her North American Championship. So Ava was basically trying to give her a runaround. She wasn't trying to talk about it, but Stephanie told her, I give her the rematch. And Ava said, okay, but I'll give you the rematch. And she said, yeah, I want the rematch. Fallon said, I want the rematch next week. And Ava said, I can't give it to you next week because she's already facing Jada Parker for the NXT Women's Championship. And no, Stephanie said, no, she can have, or she'll face them both. Double duty. And I'm like, okay, all right. Like I said, we just already talked about this. I don't know what they're doing with that. You said, yeah, they're just running down the champion. It is what it is. After this, like I said, I hope we get some daggone stories for Stand and Deliver. And we already know Stephanie's retaining both belts. So let's just get it over with and build to this great show, because I know it's going to be great. Because NXT always does great with the pay-per-views and not the pay-per-views, the premium live events. But yeah. Next
Brian,
up,
comment on that.
What'd you say?
I ain't got no comment on that.
Yeah, I mean they do cook with the premium live events.
That they do.
Yeah. But all right. Next we had Jacy Jayne versus Carmen Petrovic. And this match was brought up just because last week or the last time Carmen was in a match, they basically jumped her, beat her down, and got rid of her. Or beat her down and at the end of her match, which basically prompted this match to happen. And yeah, this match was okay. They went back and forth. And for the most part, Jacy Jayne had control. And then Carmen tried to come back, and she did start coming back, but Ashante got involved and tried to play the devil on Carmen's shoulder, grabbing a chair and tossing it in the ring and telling her to hit Jacy with it. And I didn't know what she was going to do with it. I knew I didn't know what she was going to do. I didn't know if she was going to hit her or if she wasn't. But she ended up not hitting Jacy with the chair, and it ended up costing her the match. She lost the match. Jacy won. And I don't know why she ain't full. Like, one, Carmen didn't even look at Ashanti the Adonis in like a mean face or look at him like she was mad. She's still in love with this dude. I'm like, yo, you gotta understand, you gotta see that he is dragging you down. Not only is he dragging you down, but just like Vic Joseph said, he's a player. Boy, gonna play you and he's going to dump you eventually. That's who Ashanti the Adonis is. He ain't no loyal dude. He's never been a loyal dude. He's been, since the beginning of him coming down to NXT, he's been scheming on almost every girl down there. So it's like, when you going to wake up and smell your man, I guess. Like, dang, but yeah. That's how that match went. What did you think about it, boss man? What you think?
I'm so tired of this lover boy ass shit and this lover boy. Don't get me started on this storyline. Get me away from it.
Weird. That's how I feel too. I can't stand seeing it on my TV. I can't. So we just gonna move past it.
Literally.
All right. Next, we had the match that was announced last week, which was Ricky Saints versus Ridge Holland. And this match was, it was cool. It did what it needed to do. And that was, it needed to showcase how great Ricky Starks is, continuing to showcase him. First thing I will say is that his entrance and his presentation still is just so fire. Like, it's so fire. Like, I love how quickly WWE has been able to present him as the star he is. Like, they always do amazing work when it comes to entrances and presentation, especially in NXT. So I wasn't not expecting anything different for him. And they definitely exceeded my expectations with his presentation 100%. But as far as the match goes, it did, like I said, it did what it needed to do. And that was to showcase Ricky Starks and make everyone want to cheer him and also believe in his character and believe in him. But Ridge was dominant for most of the match. But in the end, like I said, what was going to happen? Ricky Starks fought back. He came back. He made the comeback, and he beat him and got the victory. And that was it. At that point, that was it. Nobody came out and attacked them. Nobody tried to come out and start something. No, they just went to they celebrated and they went to the next match, which was basically the main event. But what did you think about this match, boss man? And also, what do you think about Ricky Starks' presentation and his entrance and stuff?
Bro, I mean, I don't know about Ridge Holland's the opponent picked for him. You know what I'm saying? For his first singles match, I don't know what that was supposed to do. I mean, it was an okay match, but I mean, like you said, the presentation of Ricky has been right on point, so I'm fine with that. But anything outside of that, it's just been like,
Yeah, they don't gotta. I think right now they're just, like I said, tune-up matches, showcase matches for Ricky Starks, and I guess the Ridge Holland was just thrown in that. But I feel like leading or going towards Stand and Deliver will probably finally actually have him in the actual feud. I don't know who he's going to be feuding with, but they're probably cooking something up as we speak.
definitely.
All right. Now, this is time for the main event, but instead of going and doing the main event, before we even do that, let's play the sponsors, and yeah, we'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Technical difficulties.
We had to get that one to pull back up. We'll be back to that one maybe tomorrow or something. But until then, we go ahead and go that way.
All right, so we're just gonna hop into the main event then. Main event of the evening was Trick Williams versus Eddie Thorpe in an NXT Underground match. This match was quick. It was definitely quick. It wasn't that there not much happened in this match. It was quick. They basically made Eddie Thorpe, I don't even know, it made Eddie Thorpe look like a quick challenger, like a squash match, because Trick knocked him out quickly in this match. Knocked him out after one. I ain't gonna say it was that quick. There was stuff that happened in this match, like it was aggressive and it was physical. Like the Trick got thrown through the commentary table, and Eddie Thorpe almost, tapped Trick out with the triangle choke. But then Trick, threw Eddie outside the ring. Then Eddie got back in the ring, and they went back at it again. But Trick ran at him and hit him with the Trick shot, knocking him down on the floor. I thought he was knocked out. I'm pretty sure he was knocked out. He rolled over and Trick started pounding on him, and the ref had to stop the match. That was it. That was the end of the match. That was the end. Trick won. I think this feud is over with, finally. They're moving on from it, potentially. And yeah, Eddie Thorpe, I don't know what he's about to go do after this, but Trick Williams, it's clear what his next match is or his next feud is, because he called Obafemi out He called Obafemi out and told him to get his down here and make sure he brings his title. And Oba brought the title. He came out there and he basically is staking his claim to be Obafemi's next challenger. Trick does not want to stay away from the NXT Championship, and I don't understand why. It's like, bro, you're just like, it's like he's like Charlotte Flair. Charlotte, you don't know what she's like without the championship. Charlotte never stays out of the championship picture. That's Trick Williams. Trick,
he was so hot, he should have never had it put on him.
Yeah.
That's a real thing that you can be over and not have it like that. He done won it and he done his thing. He don't need to. He can just do his thing without even,
Yeah. Like literally.
Right now, he just needs to be getting the best feuds he can get to get him ready for the main roster. And I thought that's what we were doing. And now it's like we backtracking. So I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, it's like they're putting him in another title match. But I guess it's leading to maybe a triple threat match between Oba and Javon and Trick, because after what happened with Javon coming into the match or coming into the ring after those four guys tried to attack, they didn't do it, but they were just standing up there, didn't attack them, just standing up there looking at them, all brawl in the ring because chaos started to come, ensue. Everybody started to fight. People had to get pulled back, and yeah, Javon hit Obafemi with a cutter off of somebody's back. He jumped off of somebody's back outside the ring and caught Obafemi with a cutter in the ring. I was like, all right, yeah, Javon's crazy. Javon's crazy. But it's just seemingly showing that this is about to be a triple threat match between Obafemi, Trick Williams, and Javon Evans. Because I'm pretty sure after Javon doing that, Obafemi's going to want a piece of him. And this, like I said, it's leading most likely to a triple threat match. And I'm fine with it. I just didn't want to see Trick in a title picture again. I feel like like you said, he should be getting ready for the main roster. Trick has done it already. He's been NXT champion twice. Bro needs to be on the main roster. And I thought that's where it was going. But no, he's still down here and he's still sticking his nose in the NXT championship picture. And I'm tired of it. One, Trick is kind of like, to me, Trick is still green in the ring. He's still green in the ring. And it's clear as day that he's very limited when it comes to his in-ring ability. But the fans are behind him and he still stays to be over. And I guess that's why they continue to push him in this light. Is because, they don't really care about the wrestling ability with Trick Williams. They're like, well, as long as he's over and the fans love him and they want to see, they're saying whoop that Trick every time.
There's definitely charisma with him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what it is. You can get like that sometimes. You really can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I understand that. It's like, he doesn't need to be in the title picture. He's over. as he is, he's still going to get that pop in a mid card match or in a feud that has nothing to do with the belt. We seen that with Eddie Thorpe. It had nothing to do with the belt, and he still was getting his whoop that trick pops. Everybody was still popping for him when he came out, and people was like, the fans were kind of invested in his matches. I'm not saying I was, but the fans were, and that's all that really matters. Like, he didn't need the belt. He doesn't need the belt. He doesn't need to be near it. Like, get him ready for the main roster. Like I said, send him up there. We got to see if he's going to swim or if he's going to sink. And that's just it. If he sinks, he sinks. If he swims, that's good for him. And we see Trick Williams thrive on the main roster. But you have to send him up there because he's basically stuck in limbo down at NXT. That's what it feels like. He's stuck in limbo down there.
It's gonna be another Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Definitely. If they're not safe.
Yeah. It's sad because that's Melo's guy. That's his homie. That's his real life homie.
And I think, and this is just my opinion, I think he's only going heel just to go down there and team up with Melo.
Yeah.
But that's man.
I mean, that's playing smart because you can go back up there and be his little hype man and everything like that and ride off of his coattails up there until they feel like they want to, push you in a different direction. That's cool.
But who knows, man? It's all speculation. And with that being said, man, yeah, thank you for joining us with the Taco Tuesdays, the NXT gang, man. I know we get y'all up out of here quick and simple, man. I know y'all like it, man. Rolly, you got anything to say before we get up out of here?
No, not really. Just, I'm looking forward to Stand and Deliver. I'm trying to see what they're going to cook up. And also, I'm looking forward to WrestleMania. Not going to be there this year, but definitely will be there next year. And y'all will, y'all will be in Vegas for the FTW Mania event. And it's going to be cool. It's going to be great. The flyers is out. We got the videos and everything like that. It's going to be a great event. So if you're in Vegas, you might as well go and, check it out. Go be there with the gang. Go watch some wrestling the first night of WrestleMania, and then immediately after, a great wrestling event that features a lot of great indie talent. That's all I gotta say.
Yes, sir. And with that being said, that is good, man. Good in the hood. It's Taco Tuesday with the NXT gang, and we are out.